Hey everyone, welcome back to Measure and Mix. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm going to be doing a DIY in just a moment, but first I wanted to mention that today's video is being sponsored by Home Chef. I am so excited to work with them. If you don't know who Home Chef is, they deliver fresh, pre-portioned meals right to your front door. So when you get your box, it comes cold with cold packs in it, so you know that everything is kept cold when it is being delivered. And then you get your pre-portioned meal kits, so everything in the bag has everything you need to make for that meal. And then you also get your easy to follow recipe cards with them as well. So I know that this has come in handy so much for my family because it is so convenient. So we are really loving it. When my husband comes home from work normally, I am finishing up my DIY, so I have a big mess to clean up. And then we normally have an after school activity for my son to go to or errands to run. So we need something that is quick and easy to make without having to put too much thought into it. So one of the meals that we chose was the cowboy steak sandwich with chili cumin fries. Let me tell you, it was super easy to make. I was the one that prepared the meal, and I normally don't cook. I don't like to cook. My husband normally does all the cooking, and everything was laid out for me. So I got the bag out, and it had all the ingredients for that meal. I just prepped those ingredients and then followed the recipe, and it was that simple. So if I could do it, anybody can do it. And Home Chef's meals are all easy to prepare. They all take 30 minutes or less to prepare, which is fantastic if you are in a hurry, and then you have the rest of the evening to relax or do what you need to do, and you don't have to spend all day cooking. Also, when you go to homechef.com and select your options, you can choose from portions for 2 people or 4 people. And there's also 18 different weekly menus to choose from, so there's so much variety. You can even choose to add on lunches or smoothies. So there's just a ton of variety and options. And you don't have to get Home Chef every day of the week. You can choose to get it once or twice a week. It's really up to you. So it makes it more customizable that way. So we are really enjoying it as a family. So thank you so much, Home Chef, for sponsoring this video. And if you guys want to check them out, the links are down below in my description box. And you can use the code Measuremix80 to get $20 off your first 4 boxes for a total of $80, which is a great deal. So again, thank you so much, Home Chef, for sponsoring this video. We really love it. All right, so now with all that being said, let's get started on the DIY. So for this DIY today, I am making a faux Shiplap farmhouse clock from one of these foam boards from Dollar Tree, and then one of the 10.5-inch hula hoops also from Dollar Tree. It's the smaller one. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove that outer decorative tape they have on there, and there is one spot where it's just wrapped around there, so I just used my box cutter and slit it, making sure I didn't slit the actual hula hoop. And then I opened up the hula hoop to take out all of the shaky things that made the noise, and then I went ahead and removed all of the wrapper and put the hula hoop back together. And then now what I'm doing is I am just going to lay the hula hoop on the foam board as close to the edge as possible. It just fits on this foam board. Now there's many ways you could do this. You could cut the foam board in strips and make it look like shiplap that way, but I just figured this was the easiest and most simplest way for me to do that, since this hula hoop fit on the foam board so nicely, and that is what I'm showing you here. Like, these 3 edges just touch the edge of the foam board. So now what I'm going to do is I am just going to use my hot glue, and I am going to hot glue that hula hoop down all the way around, and then I did go inside the hula hoop and reinforce it with some more hot glue, because this is going to be the back of the clock, so you won't see that. Now I'm just going to use my box cutter and remove the excess foam board around the hula hoop, and I'm just using the hula hoop as a guide to make my circle. Next, to make this all one cohesive piece, I just took my linen white chalked paint and spray painted the whole piece just to cover up that gray hula hoop. And then I took my level once it was all dry, and I came back, and that is how I drew my lines for my shiplap. And I just used a Sharpie. I used a Sharpie paint pen, but I would definitely recommend just a regular Sharpie black marker would work fine. And then I came back after that and just marked where the center of my clock would be and just pushed my pencil through that to make the hole. Then, to kind of blur out the lines so they weren't so distinct, I used some of my white linen chalk paint that I had in a can, and I just lightly brushed over the lines. And then after I did that, I came back with my gel stain in the color walnut and went over those lines and the whole piece to just kind of make it more farmhouse and give it more of a rustic feel. So there was no technique to this. I just made sure I tried to use as little paint and stain as possible. And when I did put the stain on, I came back while the white paint was still dry, so it kind of all blended together and it gave those lines a blurry look. And then I did come back around the edges where the hula hoop was showing and paint that with some gel stain. Now what I'm going to do is I am just going to freehand with a pencil the Roman numeral numbers. I just had my phone sitting out next to me and I just referenced a clock with Roman numeral numbers on it, and then just freehand where I thought they would be. I did start out with the 12, 6, 3, and 9 and put those in their places, and then I came back and I filled in the rest of the numbers from there. If you didn't want to freehand the numbers, you could always print them out and Mod Podge them to your board, or you could even use popsicle sticks and lay them out like the numbers and then glue those to the board and paint them. So now after I drew out all the letters with a pencil, I came back with my Sharpie paint pen and I just traced the letters in black so they would stand out. I did have a couple issues with my paint pen, so when you are doing this, if you want really skinny lines, don't press down on the paint pen too hard because you will have paint that will flood out, and I had that happen just a couple times to me on this, and I just came back with my white paint and my gel stain and just kind of fixed it that way. So it was easily fixable, but you could use a Sharpie marker in place of the paint pen if you wanted to. That would work fine too, and you would avoid the problem that I had with the paint pen. Lastly, I picked up one of these clock movement kits from Michael's with a 40% off coupon, so it was like around $3, and it came with the hands and the little movement kit here. So basically, I did not know that that gold thing on the top that sticks out of the front of the clock that holds the hands came in different sizes, so mine kind of sticks out a little bit farther than expected, but I don't think it ruined the piece at all, but you can get smaller ones so it won't stick out as far. But all I did was attach the hands to the clock, and this is how it turned out. I think it looks really cute and definitely is a farmhouse and has that shiplap feel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and hit that bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video so you don't miss out. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.